Kevin. Thank you so much. We're going to go to you next.
Hello there. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you and everyone. And yeah, so for me, I started working in restaurants when I was 16 years old. And I was an athlete in high school, and I was like a top athlete in my sport. And by 18 years old, I was in the hospital for hip pain and damage in my hip, not from the sport. And so it was a surprise to me. And that started me on medications. And by 25, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, a rare autoimmune disease called ankylosing spondylitis. And how I knew it was causing extreme pain and tightness in my spine. And if untreated, your spine will fuse together. So imagine you can't even move your spine. People that live with this later in their years, they'll need to be in a wheelchair or taken care of. And that's what the doctors were saying. You know, this is where you're going. The medication was $4,000 a month. I couldn't afford it, right?
Wow.
So most people can't. Now that medication is $6,000 a month. And so I suffered for the next 4 years. Like that, I was waking up every night feeling like I was in a car accident with a broken back. And no one knew. No one knew. A lot of people with autoimmune disease, they suffer in silence because no one could see it on me. And I just needed to move around for several hours before I could function for the day, right? And so that was everyday life for me. And it wasn't until I started taking the medication and I got really sick from the medication. I started taking that, and that led me to make decisions of a change. I said I have to change. I looked for options, alternative options, and I was looking and searching. And I started learning about plant-based. I started learning about people that had overcome autoimmune disease and stuff like that. And I really wanted to learn. And then I found Purium. Someone found me when I was already on the search. I had tried so many things. I tried juicing. I tried all these autoimmune protocols. I tried all this stuff. And it was my issue is because of the addiction. I got addicted, like I was saying, at 16 to fast food. I started in fast food working there, and I got addicted to that lifestyle. And that's what my life kind of became, was the addiction to that, as well as the convenience factor. Is so convenient. So I needed something because all of the protocols were so work intensive and physically intensive that I was working so many hours that I couldn't do all the cutting and slicing and prepping and shopping and juicing. And if you're buying fresh fruits and veggies, that's a often thing. That's not how some people shop. Maybe you got your, maybe once a week, maybe you shop for the whole month, right? Some people
You can't do that with organic fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, and you can't do that. There's no way. So it was constant. So it became like a thing that was really challenging. So what I needed was, one, I was searching for a gut health solution, and I found it. This was the first gut health solution that I found. Every person that was talking about gut health in terms of autoimmune, that was the key. The other key was getting nutrient dense foods, which I couldn't find in the area that I was in. I was living at the time in the Middle East, overseas. And that's where I first placed my order. I shipped it to California, and I went there. And when I went to California and I started the superfoods, even though I believed in it, the COVID hit. So we were in a bad place, lost your job, lost my fiance. I couldn't even focus, even though the foods were there, and I couldn't heal. I was grateful I got an opportunity to go to Belize and be with Allison and be with everyone there and get a chance to have nothing around me, no distractions, and have the true healing and have the foods there, because the distractions are very easy. Like you're saying, you have a fast food all over the place. It was hard to break these addictions, right? And so without having all that around me, it took 10 days that I finally didn't have pain. I got rid of the parasites. I got, healed my gut, and I had, every single day the superfoods. But 10 days over there is what I felt was what I needed to wake up without any pain, wake up and sleep through the night, which has been years, that it was like that. And some people, they never find that relief. And just that alone, if that was the only thing it did, you know what I mean? It'd be amazing, right? But so many blessings that happened. My mom was on 25 medications. I helped her. She met you. We met in person at the Superfood Social, and I got a chance to, you share her story with you. But she got off 20 of her medications and has a new lease on life. And so they tell you that it's your genetics, and I believed it because my mom was so sick, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just happening to me now, right? But you can change the course, right? And I saw that in her, and I saw that in me, and I just seen it time and time and time again, that it's like you've seen too many miracles. How could you not believe?
Exactly. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. We're so happy that you and your mom are here. And what an incredible story. 10 days immersed in superfoods and waking up without pain. That's
Well,
another
really, it's been almost 5 years now, right? So I started and that was 2019, because as when I really started, and then the COVID and everything, and then so that's how long it's been, and that's been consistent, and that's been the key, and the key to it all, is being consistent in your food.
That is incredible. And we know that either over the counter pain medication, prescription pain medication, there's so many addictions to pain relievers, whether they're over the counter or prescription. And that is what a wonderful testimonial to hear, a story to hear that living without pain after nourishing yourself in superfoods. Thank you so much for sharing, Kevin.